Hello and welcome to episode 3 of our business survival guide. Today we're going to talk about the business crisis trend. It's a really good description of what happens during a crisis such as we're in right now, and the way people react and the way you can react to create business continuance and create a surge or a burst of opportunity towards the end. So let's go ahead and take a look at this slide, courtesy of Mike Michalowicz. It's, again, a very, very good description. So you can see here it shows the stages that occur in a business crisis. And this follows the same whether it's COVID-19 that we happen to be in now or any other crisis. The pattern tends to be the same. So the first step that we see in this chart is stage 1, which is shock. We've all experienced that. It's when we get startled by something. We tend to freeze up. Creates paralysis at times. Times we basically sit around and wonder what the heck we're going to do and get frozen. And that inaction is a very, very bad thing at a time like this. So we need to move past that. And once we decide we're going to take action, we kind of enter stage 2. Stage 2 is called desperation. That's where sometimes bad decisions are made because we're scrambling to do anything. We overreact. Toilet paper, for example, good example of people doing some crazy things during a crisis situation. So you need to be very, very careful to get past that desperation stage, not overreact, not do anything big and crazy until we really sit back and evaluate our situation. And that's what stage 3 is, to evaluate where we're at, go through a little consideration of where the market is, where we are, what we can do, what we should do, what we shouldn't do. And in that area, we are going to be figuring out, what are our best products? What do we have the most profitability on? What opportunities are presented to us through this crisis? For example, online things have become an innovation for a lot of companies, and have created new markets and new ways to reach their customers. So we encourage you to look through those things. You'll notice in the graph, the down arrows next to inaction and big wrong actions. A lot of companies will make some bad decisions, and many of those are going to go out of business due to a crisis like this. So let's make sure that you're not one of those. We want to get to the evaluation stage as quickly as possible. And once we get there, we can actually figure out what the best way to end the stagnation is and the best way to move forward. Once we do that, the curve starts to change for us. Okay? Then we can enter the stage of deliberate action where we're taking strategic action, things that will help us to rebound, things that will help us position ourselves for a better situation going forward. There'll still be some companies at that point that will make small recurring wrong actions that will cause them to go out of business as well. Again, if you follow things like our business survival guide, will help you avoid a lot of those types of problems. So deliberate action, we're going to take specific actions to preserve our cash flow, as we've talked about in other episodes, to understand our product mix, to understand the communication we need to do with our clients. Communication at this point in time is critical. And then we will start to approach stage 5, which is the surge burst stage, where preparedness and opportunity presents itself. In a crisis like this, you may lose, 10% of your customers or 20% of your customers even. But just realize that every company out there is likely going through that same kind of circumstance. If you communicate well with your customers, if you provide opportunities, innovation, you work with them, you get in front of them, present yourself as a leader through this situation, then you will have the opportunity to pick up that 10 or 20% or more of customers that fall out from your competitors. And so you may lose 10 or 20% through a crisis like this, but if you make good, deliberate action steps, you will find yourself in a position to pick up those lost clients from many of your competitors and actually end up stronger and better and with a better client base than you had to begin with. And then we move into business continuance. And you'll notice that in this arrow, we're actually oftentimes in a better situation than we were before. We've probably lost some of the clients that we really wish we didn't have previously, and picked up many more new clients who are actually interested in moving towards something better and looking to you as a person who can lead them to that, and a company that can help them achieve their goals. So that's the business crisis trend. Remember, those stages are stage 1, shock, where we're startled, we freeze up, we get paralyzed. Inaction, not a good thing. Moving into desperation stage 2, that's where we have a tendency to overreact. Maybe we make some big wrong decisions, and those wrong decisions could cause us to go out of business if we're not careful. So we need to move as quickly as we can to the evaluation stage. We at Better Biz Info are ready and able to help you move to that stage as quickly as possible and evaluate where you are. Then we move into the deliberate action stage 4, to make some strategic decisions to rebound in this situation so that we're ready to surge and burst as the stage 5 hits, when we have the opportunity to progress, to pick up new opportunities, new clients that may have fallen out from other people, and survive and thrive in this particular crisis. So hopefully this is helpful. If you like these survival guides, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to take a look at our website, and we'd love to help you out as much as we can. Feel free to pass this on to your neighbors, to your friends, anybody you think may be benefit from it. Again, thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.